What's going on, everybody? This is Cali Devo bringing you some gameplay from Call of Duty Black Ops for Gamers for God. We are watching Weapon X, our secret weapon. You know him as classified. I know him as more than classified. I don't know. But what I'm going to try to do this video is strictly keep it about the gameplay. I'm not going to talk about football. I'm not going to talk about Treyarch. And I'm not going to talk about Activision getting sued. This is going to be about the gameplay. What that is very possibly most likely going to mean is that there are moments where I'm not filling your ears with a whole lot of chitter chatter because maybe there's not a lot going on in the particular gameplay, but there, for the most part, there will be. Classified here goes 82 and 12. There should be plenty going on. I've got notes on different sections of the gameplay that I want to talk about. We can start with the loadout. He is running Silence Galil, which I'll expand more on later in the video. But first, I want to pause it right here. Okay, this isn't the breakdown. I'm going to do like two or three of these maybe during the video. We got an SR-71 up, and just when he was turning that sandbag, he was already sights up right on the guy before he was like in the picture and shoots him down real quick. Alright, I'm going to hit play. We're going to get back to it. But throughout this game, he is going to just pay a ridiculous amount of attention to the HUD. And it makes oftentimes for very, very one-sided gunfights. But he's going to be running Silence Galil. He's running sleight of hand, or he's running lightweight sleight of hands marathon. Maybe ninja, but I think he's running lightweight. And this heli appears in enemy heli, gives him a little bit of trouble. He's not running a secondary launcher and was depending on some of us, our regular group for the most part is in this game, to shoot down that heli. You need at least one guy on each team to just carry some sort of launcher on his back, or just switch to it real quick to shoot it down. Because like that's 2 deaths he just got from that heli, because it's been up way too long. And you know, 2 out of 12 deaths to a heli guy probably got in a care package. He's also, his kill streaks he's running though is UAV, SR-71, and dogs. A whole bunch of radar influenced kill streaks plus dogs. He does not need to run counter UAV if you just thought you may as well make it 3 for 3, because he's running Silence Galil. At times I might pause because I'm glancing at the notes I made while already watching this video. And as a side note, this is the second time I'm doing this. It's the first time my mic recorded the gameplay as well. So now I've got everything muted, so it shouldn't be a problem. Pays a ridiculous amount of attention to the radar, and like, if you guys listen to Woody's Gamertag or some of those other guys on YouTube, like, what? Who's Woody's Gamertag? I just watch Gamers for God. If you know, you've heard them mention things about like fair gunfights. They only engage in like unfair gunfights that are heavily advantageous to them. And what I've found Classified to do is the amount of attention he pays to his radar has that same effect. He's very rarely in an uneven gunfight because he's so familiar with where everybody is. Also though, this is a good advantage of what you see a lot of YouTubers doing in that situation there. He is behind that little wooden crate type of hangout looking down at the firing range, and those guys he's shooting have zero cover, and he's actually in a very difficult space to do damage to him. I don't know if that spot would be considered a head glitch by the people that like to determine things are a head glitch or use that word for it or phrase, but he's not very vulnerable in that position, especially compared to the guys coming out of the firing range. What you're also going to notice throughout this game is there are dogs running around everywhere. Not even just Classified's dogs, but there's dogs throughout this game, and what you'll notice, because we're noticing a lot of things apparently, what you'll see is the enemy starts spending time shooting at the dogs. And what that allows is for us, and classified here, to shoot at the enemy while they're shooting at the dogs. So they're basically defenseless because they're spending time defending themselves from dogs, not, like the soldiers. And, well, if they're not shooting at the dogs, as you see here, they do work. Alright, we're going to pause it here again also. This is another situation where I want to break down. In this length of combat, the guy's pretty far away, at least in firing range terms. He's a long distance kill. And we fell into rubber banding the trigger down. He definitely should have burst fired and treated the gun kind of like it's a G11 or an M16, and it would have been much more effective in that long distance combat situation. And no, he didn't die, but he definitely would have gotten that kill in the first groove. Alright, we're going to get back into it. So it doesn't cost him dearly, but you still want to get the kill when you can get the kill. So it's an important breakdown, and he generally does not have any issues with that. But it's worth pointing out, you're not going to be effective, especially at long range in this game, if you're just rubber banding down the trigger. And obviously what I mean by that is you're just holding down the trigger. You need to burst fire at times, especially long range. Alright, where are we? We're 5 minutes in. While I was talking about dogs, what you may have also started to notice is his deaths usually come after he gets his dogs, or maybe before he really gets into it. But by the time he puts together a 6 or 7 kill streak, he's pretty much getting dogs in this video. Especially by the time the SR-71 is up, he's got dogs. I don't think there's a single time where he gets dogs here where there is not an SR-71 up. And that just makes sense. In Black Ops, Treyarch or whoever made those decisions, made the decision that kill streaks will not get you more kill streaks. So basically what that means is if you call in the 7-kill helicopter, it's not going to help you get to the chopper gunner. But the Blackbird is the closest thing to that. If you call in the Blackbird, there is very, very little reason why you should not be able to get dogs, or at least a chopper gunner. You just need to get one more kill after an SR-71 or a Blackbird to get a chopper gunner. And you guys are familiar, you've watched enough videos, you've played enough. The SR-71 shows you exactly where everybody is. So if you can't get one more kill after that, hopefully you're paying attention to these videos. This section here is really cool. I'm going to pause this really briefly. I'm going to get back to it. But in that situation right there, he was shooting another guy. Another enemy soldier kind of comes into his peripheral, comes out of the side of the screen, and is probably going to have the jump on classified. So what he does is he evades. He gets out of there. And you see a lot of YouTubers do this, and I'll play it. I'll start playing it again. But he gets out of there, but he doesn't just hightail it away. He comes back in to clean up. It's just it's almost a distraction. It's like he's throwing a decoy nade, but he used himself. It's crazy like that. This clip's kind of funny and unfortunate. He stuns himself, but he really shouldn't have. He threw it well. It just bounced off of that beam oddly. And then he gets killed by his own dogs. Yeah, if you guys didn't notice that. His own dogs lunge at him and kill him. And then there he gets caught going for a revenge kill, which you need to be careful about going for those revenge kills. Although technically the revenge would have been against his dogs, but what are you going to do? I actually posted a clip of a couple kind of funny / cool dogs. Here's a nice nade spot. If you guys might want to click back a couple seconds and watch that nade spot, because he picks up 2 kills with it. It's a good way to cover A, or the A spawn at least. In a little bit, you're going to see him have some trouble with enemy camping. Yeah, here we come. Enemy camping kind of up on this ledge to the left by the sandbags. This guy pretty much camps, or got there as often as he could throughout the game, and he's not really benefiting his team at all unless you consider maybe stopping some of our kill streaks, because we don't expect the guy to be camping there the whole game. Success, but he gave Classified here some trouble. He killed him at least 3 times just kind of camping up in the sandbags, which was unfortunate. because he had a good game going, and he had 2 early kills with the heli, which at least we should have at least gotten it by the first kill, and there he is again, and this guy kills him at least three times, and with only 12 total deaths he could have posted a crazy game, but we'll take 82 and 12, right? It's a good game to break down. There's not a lot to break down on an 82 and 2 game or something. Now, I took a few moments to kind of edit my commentary, so I apologize if I got a little ahead of the gameplay or behind the gameplay. Thanks for bearing with me, guys, and I'll pick it back up from here. And the game's coming to an end here. 200 to 130, 82 and 12. Hope you guys enjoyed.